Hello everybody and welcome back to another Fury of Dracula video. And it's a friendly game. I know it's been a while, apart from a few League of Dracula 2025 videos that I live streamed. It's been a while. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. I've been busy doing various things, but hopefully we can get some more regular Fury of Dracula content on the channel. I've got 2 videos in the works, so hopefully they'll be out very soon. But today we've got a very special video for you. We've got a little chat with one of the members from the community, a new member who has taken the community by storm. And as I was watching this player's progress through the League of Dracula 2025, I was like, oh, I should try and get this player on the channel, that we have a really good chat. And that was probably around the quarterfinal, semi-final stage, and then he ended up winning the whole bloody thing. So we had to have this chat. So it's RToWin. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hopefully people can hear you. All right. We might have some audio imbalance during this video. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it, I'm afraid. Anyway, how are you, RToWin? Of course, you've the champion of the community. At the moment, we just had like a 10-minute discussion about whether or not you can call yourself the best player in the community, but never mind. For now, you are the reigning
No,
champion.
yes, I'm doing very well. I'm enjoying the Christmas break.
Excellent. As we hopefully everybody is, one way or the other. So we're just going to jump into a friendly game, or if it's very quick, we can have a second one. And we're just going to chat. Well, RToWin's going to do most of the chatting. You can watch me playing Hunters terribly, because I haven't played very much. I played a game the other day, and I started going to the wrong cities and things. So there you go. And as tribute to you, I'm going to have to do this. We'll
Very
talk.
exciting.
We'll talk about this in a second, but I'll let you pick your starting position, and then I'll get the interview going.
I I have lots of thoughts on my opening setup.
Ooh.
So yeah, but I will have a think first about what to do with this hand.
It's not often you're having to play against your own setup now, so you should know the inherent weaknesses of it, right?
Well, I do. At least I like to think I do.
Ah, this is gonna be the real test. This amount of time thinking worries me because there's clearly an elaborate trap being formed.
No, no, I'm just a very slow thinker, as you probably know by now. Um, I'm trying to decide something that I'm not going to regret in 20 minutes' time.
Oh, it'll be fine. If it goes really wrong, we'll just play another one.
Yeah, but I want to win.
Well, obviously,
See?
you have to show off your
uh,
prowess to the community.
yes. Okay.
Alrighty, we're underway. Okay, right. well, I supply. Um, where do I start? Ooh, that's nice. Firstly, how did you find us? How did you find Fury of Dracula? And how on earth are you so bloody good at the game?
Okay, well, I'll start with how did I find the Fury of Dracula. So, a friend of mine owns third edition, um, and they I played a few times with them, maybe four, Galway and Dublin. Yes, nice Encounter Zero search because in Encounter Zero it's very hard to you can rule out Ireland with Encounter Zero search, but you can't rule out many other places which I'm particularly likely to be in.
Right.
Sorry, focusing on questions. Um, yeah, so I played a few times with him and some other friends. Uh, I always felt I wasn't very good. Um, I felt my friends picked it up faster than me. Um, Most recently, like last time we played, uh, they I was on like the hunter side. Like there was two of us controlling hunters, and one of us playing Dracula, and not me playing Dracula, someone else. And I felt that as hunters, I was doing a very bad job, and I was a state dishonored. And yeah, so I wanted to practice before next time we played, so that I could be a bit better. Um, so I then Googled. I was disappointed with how I played. I was finding the fundamentals of the game difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So like just like I've been here in this space, and like my hunters have moved like this. Dracula was in Paris 3 times ago. Where could they be? Um, which is a pretty fundamental part of the game. Like when my hunters moved, Dracula, that move could have been there, and then he could have moved to Marseille, or could he not? Because my hunter was still there. I'm not sure. Fundamentally, you need to get good enough at the basic logic of the game to be able to do that. At least I wanted to be. I felt my friends got that down, and I still hadn't. So I wanted to go practice. So then I did some googling, um, and I stumbled across one of Quincy Morris's videos. And I watched a few of those, and it looked kind of fun, and it was very insightful. Uh, very. Let me think. Do I want to misdirect? Do I want to not misdirect? I think. Nick. He hasn't yet searched Spain. I'm not misdirect.
Ooh, that I didn't expect. Ooh, that's fun.
Yes. I have this belief that football 4 should be used early.
But it's just burning a hole in
Normally,
your pocket if you're not using it, right?
exactly. Um, right. That was my introduction to the game. Quincy Morris's videos, which I found very insightful. Is that we need a bigger one, Rita? That's very weird.
No, no. Stop looking at it.
um, as Quincy Morris, and then from Quincy Morris, it's not that far to get to here. Um, and it was very insightful watching his videos. Oh, this is how we should play the game with like fast horses and so on and so forth as hunters. The aim of the game is to stand and supply, accrue resources, and then in week 3/4 kill Dracula. We don't. The onus is on Dracula to achieve something before then.
Right, so I want to ask, because obviously you said you were playing with your friends before you discovered Quincy Morris and everything.
Yeah,
Was your group following the meta that we were in terms of hunters staying still and supplying and using fast horses and the like, or are you playing very sort of conventionally the way that the learn to play kind of suggests, is move around during the day and use trains and supply at night, all that sort of stuff?
right. We so one person had played before we played as a group, and learning from their experience, supplying at night was a bad idea. So we barely ever supplied at night. Um, and this is sensible because supplying at night is dangerous. Um, we had realized that it's possible to hold all of these slow yellow tickets so that fast horses would always hit twos. Um, but we weren't committed to this at the start of the game. We weren't spending our night actions to try and draw the really bad tickets. Rufus, hello. Rufus is an ally, but you haven't checked that I'm not in Spain yet. Interesting. Uh, so we realized that we could like horses could be really good, but it was more of a let's play the game and see if we happen to get horses in the right places and see if the tickets happen to land nicely. And if all of that does happen, then we'll use horses. Great.
Hmm.
But if they don't, then maybe our horses will be like slow half the time. Um, yeah, so we hadn't quite got to the meta of. We were a long way off the meta, but I now think is very sensible.
I guess then once you found the digital edition, then the bug had bitten.
Say again, sir?
That once you found the digital edition, then and you started practicing a little bit, then I guess the bug had really bitten.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like being good at things, and after practicing a bit, I got quite good at it. So I enjoyed being good at it. So I practiced more. Pretty, pretty spirally.
So my immediate next question is going to be where's this board game group of yours? They could all be playing in here, and you could have a right dynasty going on between
Yeah,
you all.
I got some of them to watch the finals. And yeah, that was my original plan was to become good at the game and then take it back to our when we next played in person, and just surprise be good. Um, I kind of gave up on that when I realized I was quite so good that it would make the game uninteresting for everyone involved. Um, but yeah, maybe some of them will start playing online. Who knows? I need to choose what to put down because the game is waiting on me. I'm very good at multitasking and thinking.
That's fine. While you're doing that, I'll encourage your board game group to join. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. It's so much fun.
Is that a newspaper report? No, I don't think we see. No, there wasn't.
Don't be silly. I wouldn't play it on the non-revealed card.
No, but there hasn't been a pop-up for it. I've been clicking fast enough. I should know if you have newspaper reports.
Hmm.
Van Helsing is giving up. Oh, it was an select. Fine. And scouts. Madrid and Cadiz. You finally check Spain. Madrid and Cadiz. Yes. Classic. Very sensible search. Sure would have been funny if I jumped over those then.
Not impossible.
1,
I've seen
26, 31, 47, 48, you know.
Yeah, I've seen stranger things happen. I've seen stranger things happen.
Oh, she no longer has her new trigger.
She never had it to begin with. So obviously, then follow-up question would be: how did you find your first entry into Fury of Dracula tournaments? I mean, you must be pretty happy because you won the thing, but how was it like?
Yeah,
did you have like a good feeling going into it? Because I'm just gonna say up front, right? Because I think we played one friendly game during the league or before the league. I can't remember exactly. But I've been very inactive in terms of playing. But obviously, I'm keeping a beady eye on the Discord and seeing who's playing and who's not, and seeing you playing quite a bit. And then the people who you had been playing were messaging me afterwards, going, "This guy's really good, by the way." I was like, "Okay, well, we'll see." Yeah, but I've hyped people up before, and then one notably a couple of years ago, I hyped up one as a dark horse potentially to win the whole tournament, and then they rage quit it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut this time. But did you
did describe me as a dark horse in the draw?
Oh, did I? Okay, so maybe I had a good idea. I had a good sense you weren't gonna rage quit. Nice. My judge of character has improved.
Yeah, so there was a question there, I'm sure.
How did you feel going into it? Did you have a good sense that you had a good chance of winning the thing, and how did you just find the whole thing in general?
It was okay. So it was good fun. Yeah, I like playing games and I like winning games. Is that a second stake you put in the bin? Okay, hired scouts. Surely you'll find me this time.
Well, there's a long trail. There's a lot of cities I can find, but oh, for God's sake.
Sarajevo and Bucharest. I have not been to either of those.
No, that's annoying.
How did I find it? Yeah, it was good fun. I like playing games and winning at games. But did I have expectations going in? Not. I wasn't like expecting to win. I think that it'd be pretty insane to expect to win a knockout tournament. I don't think I'm. Even if I thought I was the best player, I still don't think that my odds of winning a knockout tournament with the players that were in the tournament is 50%. Right? I think it's less than 50%. Even if I was the best player. So I didn't expect to win, but I did expect to do well.
Well, this game's definitely going your way at the beginning. Who's given you the Nomad cheat codes? Where are my newspaper reports?
They're all at the bottom of the deck where I put them.
Clearly. Well, the odds that you don't draw newspaper reports by Saturday is 40%. So.
Yeah. But now the question is, do I next turn if he can't get to it, do I mature my you know
Mm.
my hoax or vampire?
Well, exactly. Or
It's
your
probably not a hoax,
or
is
your
it? But,
rats, right?
I'd let my rats. Come on.
Rumored rats, OP.
Yeah, I actually considered Moonray. Like I considered when for my pizza was in game, uh, whether rats would be something I considered Moonray as my first encounter. I decided no, I didn't want to okay rats my first encounter.
In most games, it would be uh, it would just end up with pie on your face. But that one game where the hunter opponent ends up spending like renewed vigor and sense of emergency or whatever to get to it, and it's just rats.
So the idea would be that it would persist through the search because Peace Wizard discards rifles to keep
Oh,
knives.
ooh.
So it persists through the search and still be there for the lair when I returned.
Oh, I see.
So yes, it's only 2 damage, but really it's 4 because it'd be there at least twice, maybe even 6 damage total over the course of the game. Uh, let's have.
I only checked Sarajevo because of that final, the second game of the final, by the way.
But the wolf form is different. I
I
suppose
know,
saying
yeah, I know the wolf form's different, but still.
you don't believe my wolf form is anymore, do you? Is
Mm.
it is it is it real? Is it fake?
I
Who
mean,
knows?
it could be fake. I mean, who knows anymore? I don't mind a fake wolf form. I think it's quite nice. Oh, when you catch somebody out with wolf form hide, oh man, love it. It's not a trick you can do too often though, unfortunately, but it's I do like it. Hmm. Okay, so you're going around in circles, but that doesn't still doesn't tell me too much. Eliminates
Nope,
certain areas of the board, but we'll just
eliminates Italy, which you haven't searched yet, which is something for you.
right, right. Well, we'll just keep on digging then, because that's what you do when you don't know what to do. Oh, there you are. Hmm. Uh. Oh, I may as well just do this now, right? Oh, it is
You
east. Oh,
say.
what a surprise. So, I should have checked Sofia instead of Sarajevo, but never mind. What do I do about this then? Hmm. 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 Ah, you're maturing it. Oh, it's a fighting vamp. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it
interesting.
was. It was.
Okay. Well, I checked Bucharest, so then that means the lair location has to be Cloudsburg. Okay.
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yes. So this is a reasonable position for hunters, right? Like you shouldn't be too disappointed with ending up in this position. Um,
Well, I don't want to be giving up 7 points,
no, you don't want to. I agree,
but
but like it,
I've had other things. Like I have to look at the whole picture, right? Sometimes you see it with hunters. They stop the first vamp, but then they're so undersupplied, or they just got so much weak stuff in their hand that it's just like, yeah, but then your Dracula can kind of do what he wants from now on. So we'll see.
yes. It was just a rumored mature for 7 points, just, and it was even a fighter back. Um,
Right.
it can be a lot worse for not finding a starting location.
Definitely. Oh, fucking hell. Wow. You fucking troll game. Oh dear.
It sounds like 75% horse economy to me. Nina's moved regular twice. What's
hmm
she carrying? She's got a horse.
What other games are you into if you're not playing Fury of Dracula? What other stuff? Or let's say if Fury of Dracula is now your complete 24-hour, 24/7 obsession, then what other stuff did you play
Okay,
beforehand?
so immediately before I was playing a lot of Arkham Horror, the legacy card game,
hmm
which is a cooperative game. If you ask more board game related questions, you will soon see that I like a lot of cooperative games.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay. So I guess
uh,
you came because I guess because you play it in a group, you came to Fear of Dracula with that idea of it being cooperative in mind, and then it turns out, psych, we play 1v1.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, like most cooperative games, I know you've played Frosthaven or Gloomhaven. I played both of these, and a fair few other cooperative games, and they're my usual preference for what to play because I think there's an inherent problem with playing competitive games, despite the fact I enjoy playing competitive games. The inherent problem being, well, someone's going to get good at the game. Uh, you want to um, like if say I own a game and I play it a bunch, and then I take it to a new group of people and play it with a new group of people, then I'm just going to win, right? Or at least I should, if it's a skill-based game, because I played it a bunch and they haven't.
Let's dance, Dracula. Ow, boo hiss. Okay, fine. Hmm. Hmm.
Is this slow leap or is this just you wanting to combat? No, this is just a 1v1 fight.
It's just a 1v1. Completely even. Apart from the
Oh
fact you
yeah,
have 5 more
completely fair.
HP and you, in theory,
Yeah, my
if you
attack,
pick right, you
my
can cancel all my cards.
my attacks, like my good attacks do, like my regular attacks do sort of full damage. and your discard an item attacks do 4 damage.
Hmm. Hmm.
No, there's no knives in discard. What a surprise.
I might be to wizard.
Nice. Thank you for the health pack.
You're welcome. Yeah, I've played a bit of Gloomhaven and Frosthaven. I really enjoyed those. Um, I feel like the issue with cooperative games is that I feel it's very group specific. Um, Especially you need to have like the right personalities around the table because you could
Mhm.
end up with certain games where one person dominates over the others, and it's just like. And the problem is like I'm normally I don't like confrontation, but or trying to like lead excessively so, but for some reason, especially when I'm playing this, if I'm playing like a 2v1 and my teammate offers a suggestion, it's just like I'm cringing in my seat, going like, no, I wouldn't do that. Um, but yeah,
Yes, it's
if you got a good group, then yeah, I haven't had a huge amount of experience with cooperative games. Gloomhaven and Frosthaven probably the two with the most. Um, I haven't played Arkham Horror, but I have seen
also
other
like
people talk about it.
let's say that like with my group of friends, I got really good at playing a particular board game that we played competitively, and that I always won. Then we just stopped playing the game. Like we'd stop enjoying that, right?
Right.
Particularly the other people would stop, enjoying repeatedly being beaten. Or if they got really good at the game, right? There was at one point I played briefly a game called Air, Land, and Sea.
Okay.
It's a two-player game, um, and my friend, who is very intelligent, completely crushed me at it every time. Um, I'm not talking like it's not like I wasn't concentrating. It's not like I wasn't trying. He was just better at thinking about the probabilities in the game than I was, and I never won. Um, in fact, I was probably never even close to winning. Um, where to put Sword? I think Sword can go here because sadly, there's no knight fight for him.
Oh, what a pity.
I know, I know. I still had that fight vampire I started with. Um, yeah, so
Sure.
become delayed. Do you want to become delayed? Very sensible. But I'm feeling very comfortable this turn.
Yeah, I
Look at
know.
all of these hunters. I could just walk onto Seward and tell him he's having a night fight.
You could.
Probably not a good idea. I forgot to look down into you trade at night. Yeah, don't have to answer to.
And did you get good at air, land, and sea at the end?
No, no, never. We stopped
Ah,
playing. We played like 10. We played like 10 times. I lost every time. Um, my desire to keep banging my head against that particular wall expired after the about 10th time I lost.
if only the Quincy Morris equivalent for air, land, and sea existed. You could have been world champion at that as well.
I doubt there's a world championship for it. But yeah, so Fury of Dracula is produced by or at least it was produced by Fantasy Flight Games,
That
of
was the
which they
third edition. Yeah, third edition was Fantasy Flight, and then WizKids took it for fourth edition.
yeah. Um, and I've enjoyed playing a fair few of their games. I like the concept of having a deck of cards that you basically commit to memory. In this case, the event deck that have cool effects. Um, and this happens quite a lot in Fantasy Flight games. Um, for example, Twilight Imperium, which I played, like a substantial part of that game is well, there's lots of parts to that game, but one of the things to that game is committing to memory all of the cards in the event deck so that you know what's in the event deck.
Hmm.
So you don't get surprised by things that are in the event deck, like how we commit newspaper reports. How many newspaper reports are there? You could ask anyone to tell you it's three. Um, yeah, what those were really powerful hunter cards. Each give you trigger forewarned, I guess. Heroic leap, vampire there. Is that it?
Hmm.
There's probably a few more. Now, what to do here? Looks like it's like hunters have somewhat committed to the east. I'm pretty happy with this. Goodbye.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Yes, I feel right. We've got someone on the Black Sea coast. We've got someone in Bucharest. Mogadami is moving slowly with his horse. He nicked off Van Helsing. Nice.
Oh, that wasn't very efficient. So I found when I don't play this game very often, the skill in me that I lose is event management. um, hmm, intriguing. Okay, let's do a little bit of this then. Hmm.
Don't mind the sound of the dice roll. Very nice. Rifle. Rifle bullets? No. I'm
No.
sorry, what?
No.
You're
You
just here with Rifle Heavenly Host? Or Rifle State? It must be Rifle Heavenly Host. Horse Rifle Heavenly Host. What? Why didn't you give Mino a knife? Does Van Helsing have all the knives? You prioritizing giving him sword a knife? No, that's insane. Well, what? I mean, you chose to play Rifle? Yes. Okay. Nice.
we'll call that suboptimal, but the job got done.
Yes.
I just hope you didn't draw second Fang there, because even if you
Yeah.
realise, even because you said, oh, you got a Heavenly Host, it's like, there's no way he plays Heavenly Host after I've just told him that he has Heavenly Host.
So if I had a fangs, I would have played it,
Okay,
as you can imagine. Um,
he's on my side. Ooh. Well, that is, we'll call it unfortunate. Yeah, we'll call that unfortunate. Ew. Let me see. Okay.
so Van Helsing has a stake. Mina has a see if there's a stake. And rifle. Classic Helsing stuff. But somehow Mina ended up with a rifle, which means I'm sure that means like Lord Godalming has like two knives. I think so. I think Lord Godalming has Horse knife. And this is because Van Helsing drew too many knives. And then he gave them to Lord Godalming. I just don't see the reason. Like Mina always has a knife. It's famously Mina had a knife. Okay, enough of that.
It's nice hearing the turmoil inside your head, trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Well, yeah, I'll learn later in the game. But yeah, if Lord Godalming currently has horse knife, then I worked it out perfectly. Um,
Hmm. Okay. aptitude is coming back to bite me here slightly.
Why 11? Oh, because you need his items still. Right.
Also, poor Van Helsing, he had to tank that mob and bodyguard solo. He needs some healing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Needs to be telegraph. He's dropped a knife. Didn't say he had 2 knives. Was that from the? You haven't reshuffled. What? You haven't reshuffled.
Nope, I have not reshuffled.
He's hidden a heavenly host. Or the. Hmm. Or just
Hmm.
give it a host or something. Maybe a stake. There's 2 knives in the bin. What's some of that?
See, I think I know where you are, but I don't really want to jump on top of you. Or do I? Hmm. Or do I? Okay. Ah.
Was that newspaper reports there?
It might have been.
You can find out about the Adriatic Sea if you want.
Yeah. Very useful. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh,
Ah,
what a surprise.
that's me.
Mm-hmm. That is you.
Yes. I wonder. I probably should have maybe just moved to Noah. Maybe probably might have been better. Like maybe I'd have died. Maybe it wouldn't have spent like presumably you wouldn't spend me vigor if I just basically moved. I don't know. Um,
But
as you
so it would
wouldn't
have had it
know
would have given me a lot of doubt if you're in Bari or not. The fact you wolf formed.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you could have wolf formed from Bari, but I can't
Could have.
imagine that you would do that. The jig would
Yeah.
be up pretty quickly. But then if you maybe burn renewed vigor, then maybe it would have been worth it.
Yes, that's true. But like it's a bluff if I'm more forming from Barley, right?
Right.
Whereas walking to Genoa, and then I'd probably rather be in Genoa right now than in Marseille. Maybe not. I get to see now. I'd rather I was in Genoa.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
have to go to sea. The more options to Marseille at least.
Right. More land options, but yeah, you can split the map in half by going from Turinian. Hmm.
Yes. There's landing in Turin is always ugly. I still could try and split it. The roof isn't play right. Yeah. Maybe this. You got another one of those we need to fix. I'm gonna get hit by that next turn. I'm gonna get hit by CG next turn. Presumably not. Hopefully not. So two knives in the pit. Pull that one.
Ooh, and off you go. Right, so while I'm pondering this turn, you can tell me, do you have any hot takes about this game? Something about, it can be anything. Items, events, encounters, or any or strats or whatever that would make everyone go, huh? Really? You think that? That card is strong? Are you sure?
Um, Local rumors isn't that bad. I think that's like the like the. I think I've seen tier lists where local rumors is like a low tier event. Like I think it reached like the bottom tier in quite a few tier lists, but it can be really good. Um, and I think on balance, it's an okay card and doesn't deserve to be in the same tier as like the proximity events don't deserve to be in the bottom tier.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
But also not there. Mystic research, that's no fair. That's completely fair.
Oh, really, game? Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm just going to search for it.
Okay.
That's nice to find immediately. The trades. Oh, you're giving me a knife finally. Maybe you said no one else to do. No, I'll give one more hot take. I don't actually have I don't actually believe in the Oktoberfest start. I don't think it's the I don't I don't have faith in the Oktoberfest start.
Oh my goodness. What? What?
I just I just think that the Draculas haven't adapted to it sufficiently yet.
So what are you saying? So when I finally get round to participating in a tournament again and I'm going to use it, it's going to be outdated. Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to say that everyone's going to be back to playing, Scott Sword and Peace Wizard start, um, because my I don't think I don't think it's going to persist. I don't think it's going
Oh.
to stand the test of time over the next 2 years.
Oh. That is a hot. Now that I didn't expect, but fair. I've got a lot of faith in the start. Actually, I feel like the efficiency, even though you're covering less of the board, the efficiency of just getting items set up better. Albeit the two games I've played with it, I've had item issues, but that's been Van Helsing's problem. Van Helsing's always going to have that problem, regardless of what start you use. So I'm not. Um, so yeah. How did you come up with that? Was that something that your group came up with, or was that something that on your own you were like, oh, this looks good? Or by looking at other hunter starts, you're like, oh, let's adapt it and do this?
So right near the start, like I'd watched maybe like two of Quincy's videos. I then watched you've produced a video about hunter starts,
Mm-hmm.
where you talk through a bunch, right? And you also talk about some principles. Um, we want, obviously want hunters in large cities, good connectivity and spread across the board. And when I was watching this video, I was like, yeah, but based on Quincy's videos, like what he was spending the first week doing was sorting out his items and supplying and standing still. What if we moved to it across to make friends with the Munich Vienna people?
Mm.
And then once you decided to do that, it's then obvious that it has to be Munich, because like fast horse movement and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like once you've got the conceptual idea of Van Helsing in London and three other hunters in one space, I'm convinced Munich is the best space for it. Um,
Yeah, I just find it's gonna be very interesting actually to see if it does catch on. You maybe have a bit of an advantage being. I know you've got your own channel, which I'll pop in the description as well. But if your videos go under the radar a bit, people might not catch on to your start, even though you've played against quite a few people with it. Whereas with me, I don't know what happened. Like, because everyone was doing the Quincy Morris start for beyond ages. I then suddenly rock up and just go, well, I'd rather move both of them into Vienna and not have this. Oh, I'm going to have to move 100 across at some point, which just makes it a bit more efficient, but stay on the rail line, blah blah blah. And then suddenly, all I find is then everyone's copying me. I was like, whoa, 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 hang on a minute. Like, what's going on here? There's no legitimacy in terms of why mine is better than Quincy's. Quincy's has merit for different reasons. And it's just like, it's just very funny how mine just suddenly caught on a lot. And I don't fully understand why that was. Maybe just because, oh, people watch it in videos. Oh, right, we have to copy the YouTuber. So, yeah.
yeah,
So basically, if we just promote the heck out of your channel, then we'll see Oktoberfest everywhere. within a few weeks.
No, but I think I reckon by the time of next tournament, Dracula's will be because not many people are playing the Oktoberfest start, right?
Hmm.
It's like me, Geo, Tavlar
Okay.
are people who I think consistently use, like consistently or semi-consistently use the Oktoberfest start. And a few other people like are trying it out, but like not in most of their games, not in their tournament games. Oh, we're going again. Speed Telegraph and second renewed vigor.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Where do I think you are? Oh, how sneaky are you being here?
Well, you've got 8 guesses to find me, but hopefully you find me before the eighth
Yeah,
guess.
the number of
For your
spaces I have to guess is less than 8. But obviously I want to try and do this optimally if I can. Hmm.
yes, by my counting, there's only 5 spaces as I can be in.
Oh, there's one I didn't consider. I think there's only 4 you can be in.
I don't think so. I think it's 5.
I'm just trying to work out how sneaky do I think you've been. Um, mm, let's do a bit of this. No, I'm not too surprised by that. Okay then. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Ah, right. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
actually makes sense, but
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, when you said 5, yeah, I didn't think about the last one. Okay, then. Right, how do we play this, then? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that was not optimal.
mm,
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
something traded with Nina recently. Nina now has 3 items and Sword still has just the 3 items. Uh,
Hmm.
am I still connected on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's hope my connection comes back on my screen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe should have checked that place first.
Oh dear. Well,
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. I can't see what you played. What did you play?
Oh. I think one of us is going to have to reload. Let me.
No,
I'll.
it says when's reconnecting, so
Ah,
hopefully it comes back.
okay, cool.
There we go. It's back. Escape. Fine. Oh dear me.
On
Um,
on my screen it hasn't updated. Uh,
yeah, I think it's probably a me issue, so I'll leave and come back.
okay. Hope we don't get a resync problem. The game did glitch out there for a second. Uh, nope. Oh, now it's played the turn. Even though I said
Okay,
no to the AI. Okay.
that's fine. On my screen, it already played, so
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
because oh dear, I was so annoyed. Like as it was loading in, it was showing me not having played a combat card. Oh dear.
So you're
Good,
you're
good.
round 2.
And now round two.
Nice,
Yes.
nice, 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 nice. Hmm.
I nearly played Fangs. I think I did.
Did you have fangs?
Yes, I nearly played it.
Oh.
I did not. That's okay. That's fine. CG's becoming weaker before the reshuffle, and you'll get all having his back in time for the end game. Good times.
Right, so how do we play this one then? I think we do a little bit of this.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, that was another massive one. My game is a little bit bugged out, but
Okay. Hopefully. I'm doing
hopefully when
my
it's my
night
turn,
turns and everything's going in
yeah,
order. Um,
but yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna leave and come back again.
okay.
I could play like this, but I can't see any of the hunter's items.
Oh, well.
Like
Okay, yeah. That's definitely a rejoin. So I guess then the follow-up question would be: is if you think proximity events should not be in the lowest tier, if it's going to be like, because obviously we did the tier list in a very specific way, where it's even number of cards per tier, just to create more debate rather than everything getting shoved into one tier. Um, what would you rank lower?
it's over. What's going on? Why is my internet work perfectly 99% of the time, but not today? Uh, so obviously, good luck, long night, blood transfusion. I think these are fully agreed, completely non-hot takes.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Um,
you're safe in saying those.
uh, and then I would need to look at a list of hunter events. The trouble is that so many of them are so strong, right? Like like Lucy's Revenge and Wax Cylinders. Um, just because you have to draw them on the right hunter or trade them about, like that's an extra step that other things don't have. Um, but you see, I don't. I think like newspaper reports are great, but for most of the time they're a dead card.
Hmm.
Um, Likewise, local rumors are great, but most of the time they're a dead card. Um, but you haven't got to hold on to them, which is at least better than being a dead card in your hand.
Right. Whereas newspaper is potentially just going to have to sit there. If you didn't realise playing immediately, like I did with Adriatic, it was like, well, I'm not going to play this to reveal Adriatic, so it just sits in my hand until something better comes along that I then chuck it out. Yeah, I've got connection timed out. Welp.
Well, mine's gone now, so that's a you problem.
It's reconnecting, it's fine.
No.
This always happens. The one time I'm trying to showcase the game, and it's just like, nope. I promise everybody who's watching, the game is not normally this buggy.
Hunters do have a lot of events. We've got no renewed vigors left. And I've got 8 points. And their CG is weak. So despite the fact I'm surrounded by more or less 4 hunters, my position is good. Now I just need to not die in the next, say, week, and then I win. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not dying tomorrow would be fun too.
I'd probably say that's your number one objective.
If I, the easiest way to achieve that is to misdirect 57 and then roll a dice to decide 58, 59, 57, hide, and play fog. And that will probably get me through the next day. Presumably I have fog. If not, I guess I'd do that and pretend I have fog.
Yeah. I mean, you should have fog in your hand, right? Or maybe not. You still got some to draw.
And there's still 4 cards in my deck.
You might have got unlucky, but that'd be pretty horrendous. So it'll only be if you've played fog already on the trail. Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, I like a gamble. Go on then, let's dance. Let's dance.
No, you haven't got good.
No, I do not. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna put you here. I guess the thing, like, what you were talking about before, that there's so many events which are good, and obviously they're also very situational too. So the real thing is going to be, we're talking about this off camera, but yeah, basically spoilers for everybody who's watching. A little teaser as well. I'm working on some analysis, and then hopefully from the analysis we can maybe suggest hopefully some potential changes to the game, or we can maybe twist Nomad's arm if they're listening to do some house rules for us if they can. But the question is, like, because we in the Discord we've got a discussion thread going about if there was ever a 5th edition, or if we could just make our own changes to the digital edition as it currently stands, what would we do, right? And the problem is there are just so many like ways that the hunters can kill Dracula. If you start nerfing certain cards, then what about all the others? um, so that's the issue. Um, I'll do this. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going to fight you. Oh.
What happened?
I clicked avoid. I meant to click fight.
Oh no! Oh damn! Oh, that's not good.
It's not. I mean, maybe it was good. Maybe he's got heroic leap, right?
Ooh, he maybe does. Oh,
But he doesn't
can you imagine the scenes?
because I just doubt he does.
Maybe I had like two plans going. So I can either get the 3-on-1, or I'll move the heroic leap in first.
Yes.
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, because I even got my desecrated soil to heal me from damage, right? Or to get
Mm-hmm.
more to force more encounter economy, which doesn't do anything well on 15 health. I mean, it blocks of Venice, I guess, but yes. Oops.
There's meant to be a friendly video with just some chat. It's just turned into like this really tense and tactical game now. Ooh, okay. Okay. Where do I think you've gone? Hmm. How obvious do I think you've played? Hmm. I'm gonna do this first. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. I think I have to take a little bit of a punt here. Oh, you went obvious. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, let's go and take care of Marseille. Hmm. Really?
Yeah, I don't have a fight with you, so thanks. And for now, I'm actually going to click don't fight, and I'm going to mean to click don't fight. Dear me.
Oh. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so we're underlaid. Um. No! Oh, no, that's fine. I thought I clicked on the wrong hunter for a second. Oh. Oh, you didn't misdirect my Munich.
No, I should actually know. No.
That helps me out quite a bit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Have you gone obvious again? You have. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we have to go for a fight, right? Okay. Okie dokie.
Hunters have 2 heavenly hosts, 1 heavenly host, and 1 knife. 3 rifles, 2 stakes, 1 bullets. You have bullets. Presumably Van Helsing's. Mina has finally been entrusted with the last knife, unless she gave it up to give to Seward. They each have Seward's back up to 4 items because he night supplied 1 in the man. So maybe he's got the bullets. Was there any other dodgy items that you've got? No. You have. Oh, you've got 2 pistols as well. Really? Yes, okay. You have 2 pistols and 3 rifles. I guess that makes sense because, like, suddenly having most to gun, usually more guns. And 2 pistols and 3 rifles and a knife. 2 new stakes, heavenly host, 3 horses, and bullets. Lots of guns. Who's played a heavenly host? Mina played a heavenly host and Stuart played a heavenly host. And they haven't traded since. It was, yes, it was Stuart. A little bit down. No, it must have probably that's maybe Van Helsing level. Double trade, maybe. Not. And synopsis. Okay, fine. Should have crawled, I guess.
No, none
Double
of
punch.
that. None of that hypnotizing shite on me, thanks.
I think that's the rifle part. And there's so many bullets.
There's no way to treat a
Let's
lady.
see what I've got planned. Okay. And then Luna's being a little coy of her last item. Sword hasn't shown anti-backbiting. It's out of 4 now, yes. Yes. Let's dodge. And then mostly show pistol. Didn't have fangs, unfortunately. I mean, I did have a fangs before I played them.
Hmm.
Do I want to remove a lair? I don't know, because I can't see where my lairs are. Let's go, yes, I'm sure I'm so important. Yes, we'll clear that. Now, again, regret not having misdirected Munich.
Yep. Because you could have gone back that way and then wolf form. Woo! That would have been bad.
That would be hilarious. Ah, yes. But, I mean, chances are look down, we might well be standing at Munich if that was how you searched
Yes,
it. So,
that is definitely
yeah.
true.
Oh, there'd be a sport. Anyway, that was Seward and Mina. That was Seward and Mina James. Yeah. Norman. He has dogs. I can't count.
Yeah,
James.
I don't want to say, but yeah, when you're doing your counting, I was like, there's some interesting things going on.
All right. There's 3 missiles in this garden. So that's all that I missed. Probably not, but I hope. Anyway, you can go here and fight this.
Oh, I forgot that was a lair. All right, okay.
Oh, I did.
you you don't think I was gonna leave her empty-handed, did you?
I can hope.
Yeah, I did forget that was a lair though. Oh, what a surprise! What a surprise! For
So
your
you have
benefit, while we're in that
launched.
combat, I was miming on the board what I thought was going to happen. And this was exactly what I thought was going to happen. Hmm. But that's okay. We'll just do this. Hmm. Sure. Hmm. What do I do with you? Yeah, I guess we do this.
Take a good luck off. I don't.
Take good
Don't
luck
need it.
offer. Why not? Is this a good idea? No, I think we keep it like that. Just feed and then we'll be back to where we started.
I have fees on the trail. I can't.
Oh, plan ruined.
I know.
Hide then duck or then feed. Hmm. Okay. Alright then. I'm gonna have to check this, aren't I? Ooh, that's fun.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that. That's okay. Down to 6. Use moving P to 10. To 6. To tap pictures. There's some items. That's important. See.
Um,
No, now as part of my master plan, I get to lair Munich,
A.
claiming this star access. But that's yes, no, because escape is bad is probably good in my encounter deck. Dark, cool, perfect. Well, you wouldn't come and attempt to dethrone me from my seat of power, would you? If I just made a quick
Don't know.
flash of gods.
Maybe I would.
Yeah, does look like it would be tempting. So I guess I leave. And then if I leave, do I die? This is on.
Oh, you have. Respectable. Okay.
Yes.
So, question is, do I go in? Psych. I'll just supply. Hmm.
Careful, Phoenix and that. Wow.
Who would have thought it? Oh, who would have thunk it? So, I'm just remembering that meme. I don't know who posted it in the Discord. It's probably Gyro, to be honest, or maybe not. It could be Tarvalar. Tarvalar's funny. Um, it's you know, like the old guy's looking at his computer, and then he just turns away from the screen and has like this look on his face, like, why has this happened to me? So the meme is I can't remember the exact word. It was something along the lines of, "You draw newspaper reports. It reveals Castle Dracula." uh,
Oh, you must want to fight someday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But is it today, though? That's the question. Is it today? Hmm. Or do I wait for you to come out? Or is that just boring? That's boring, right? We want fun. How bad could this be if I go in? How bad could this actually be? Sod it. Let's do it. Let's have the showdown in Castle Dracula. Ooh. Okay.
There's Is there any point in discarding cards? No. Might as well hold on to all of these cards.
Just sit there, like, with dominance. You're sitting there, imagine we're playing this round the table, and I just see you with this
But,
array of encounter
but
cards in
there's
your hand. It just looks menacing.
I'll never go down to less than 5 cards in the rest of the game. So I might as well hold on to the cards.
And that. So, I
There's no
don't want you getting any more of that.
yeah.
Since you've deduced, most likely that's there. Um. Yeah, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. It's just a bit of banter. Oh. Okay then. Hmm.
Jumping over the meaning there. Very sensible.
Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we'll do it anyway.
Um, yeah, sure, we'll get 2 damage on Lena.
What? Should I just delete everybody to come into this combat? Nah. Nah. Oh,
You're
dang.
not leaving that quickly.
Oh, come on.
Make friends.
I don't think, you know, like, your side of this is like the amicable type.
No, 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 no. Friends.
Mesmerize, I presume, since I was very fast. Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything on that thing. Like it's still you still only take one hit if you dodge, just get dodge.
Yeah, but if I play it slightly differently and you don't expect it, I could take 0 damage.
Seems like right thing. I just play attack cards. Like
Assuming you've
the,
drawn the attack cards. But yes, I am a man of mathematical probability. Dodge just blocks more stuff.
even in this time when you decide whether to play like strength first, like we're trying to play rifle or escape. I should have more strengths in my hands. I already played a chorus. I think I already played chorus.
There you go. You got your 2 damage in. I hope you're happy.
Yeah. Well, I wanted 2.5 after, well, 2.5, but yeah.
2.5. We can't have half damage. What's this
Yeah,
hot take?
in expectation, I deserve 2.5 damage.
Oh, I see. I see. Uh,
At one point, I had 3, right, in the mesmerize, so in the plotting strength turn after mesmerize, first mesmerize. But the third failed to materialize.
oh.
Right, okay.
Okay then.
So escape is back to win the game. Escape is missed to prolong the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
12 health, 3 hunters who have items between them. 3, 4, 3. But like some amount of units of
Fully
sewage items, presumably.
stocked over here.
Look, it might be fully stocked with a garlic and a garlic reef, okay? They've relatively recently acquired their last 2 items.
How dare you suggest I have such shoddy items in my array of arms that I have here? How dare you suggest such a thing? Oh,
Triple punch.
told you before, you can't do
Triple
that to
punch.
her.
Yes. No, it wasn't triple punch. Pistol.
I love how for
Pistol
some
with
reason my
bullets.
game lags, so you're seeing everything and you're commenting on everything before it's happened. Oh.
Bullets. That's GG. Uh, and you can play if you have 3 weapons, which I'm assuming you do, then weapon gets 4 damage through, and then I'm on the side next time. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I was maybe I shouldn't have gone to Castle Dracula. Maybe I should have all formed immediately out of Castle Dracula as soon as I went there. I don't know. And then knife to finish me up. Or does he not have it? Just a punch. Does Van Helsing have the knife? That's quite funny.
That's why he sends emergency his way in. He's like, I'm bringing the knife to you as fast as I can.
They just straight punched this round. I haven't broken in the mesmerize. No. I haven't broken the weapons. No, we didn't. We played the rifles this round. Hey.
Yes, rifle on Godami and Mina, punch on Sword.
Oh, your hunters are great, are they? Really?
They're what?
We didn't have. We had your hunters between them just showed 1 weapon each.
Yeah.
It was punch rifle, pistol punch.
That's right. Yeah.
Punch rifle.
That's right. Sword's the one that's out of sync with the others. You didn't get the memo.
So they can have. They have punch pistol, which is just unstoppable. Great. Let's.
Well, unless you have facts.
No, punch pistol is 4.
Oh, true.
Let's break the pistol in. Maybe you misplaced. Oh, he has the knife.
Yeah, he has the knife.
Why did you play it last turn? It was
because I thought that I been well, I wouldn't have killed you. I was being a little bit conservative. I was being very respectful on the fact that you could have somehow got out of this.
Oh, I was in 2 health. I mean a punch, fine. Did it mean a punch?
This turn, yeah, she so she had dogs.
Okay, do you have great strength or no?
Yes.
Okay, you have great strength, fine. Yeah.
So that fight in Sarajevo, Mina had the rifle. She never had knife, but because you're constantly going, oh, she has to have a knife because you can't send her in without a knife. I kept taking knife off her, just to sort of mess you. But then the turn you escaped as bat, I was thinking, there's no way you play escape as bat here because you're gonna try to find Mina, but you want to try and dodge the knife, so you might do something like, I don't know, you might plot, so that's what I'm gonna punch and all that stuff, and then you just escaped as bat anyway. I was like, oh, damn it. I had this rifle plan all ready to go and I never got to use it.
So I also got confused. When Mina was in Valona,
Yep.
she had just a horse.
Yes.
Because I'd broken her rifle in Sarajevo. With strength. Yes, I did.
Okay, so was there a fight before that? Or maybe did she not even have the weapon then? Or maybe she didn't have the weapon then.
I was incredibly confused when I saw Mina, because Mina's escape route. I thought that was an item, not a. But I looked at the back of the card and I thought it was a. I presume she had 2 items and
no,
event, but she had
right, okay.
She had just 1 item and 2 events.
Which was the horse. Right, okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so my whole plan of playing rifle then wasn't going to work if you'd broken it. Yeah, okay, yes, because she had no items, but I had the escape route to get her out of the Valona thing. Oh, never mind. So yeah, escaping his bat then. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You escaped his bat against Mina because you knew that the rifle was broken. Yep.
When
That.
I even rifle was broken, but I thought she could have had a different item. But like the
Mm,
fact that she dodged was, I thought that in the dodge turn she was about to play knife, or it was a possibility.
trying to remember.
Um,
Had she revealed Heavenly Host by that point? No, she. Mm.
right, Mina must have spent a heavenly host at some point. No, she spent a
Oh,
heavenly
that was.
host in below
Oh,
it the
that was.
first time.
Oh, that was earlier because we were in the east and then we went back west again and then we went into the east. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Did Mina never resupply her item?
that was way earlier then. Oh, I don't know anymore. You tell how much I concentrate. Coming up with these elaborate plans is like, there's no elaborate plan. I broke your weapon. But I was doing so, like I just kept not. So the reason why she never had a knife to begin with was I don't think they supplied it. Or maybe there's only one knife between the three of them, so I just gave it to Seward, I think. So he had more diversity
Yes.
of items. Van Helsing drew the horse. Classic.
Van Helsing. Although I often quite like Van Helsing drawing. Well, I don't mind Van Helsing drawing a horse. I don't want him to draw a horse when you discover Dracula late. But if you discover Dracula early, it allows you to send one of your Munich hunters off without a horse, if it's somewhere available, which can be good.
The big downside to Munich is its rail connections are not great.
They are pretty poor, I agree.
But I think it has to be that way. I would never want the map to be changed where Munich has good rail connections because then you just that makes it a really broken location. I don't want that. It has to be. It's a central part of the board, but it's awkward to get into, or out of, which I think is very important.
Yeah, no, I can get it makes it. And the rail connections aren't too bad if you agree that you're just going to take a step first. Like if you walk to Milan first, or you walk to Vienna,
right.
or you walk to Venice, or you take a train to Strasbourg, then the connection's okay.
So that is the one downside it has over Vienna, where Vienna has slightly better rail connections.
Chartered carriage from Vienna at the start of the game is huge.
Yeah.
Chartered carriage from Munich at the start of the game is gross.
Yeah. Oh wow, you chartered carriage to Marseille. You could have done that before.
Exactly, it's a fast horse movement.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you got no other option, then yeah.
Normally it's better to walk to Milan first and then charter carriage from Milan.
Yes, yeah. Chartered carriage from Milan's great, especially if you're going to Iberia. You can go all the way to Saragossa. It's just that's
what
really
normally happens. To be honest. Like my because I played lots of games with hunters, starting in Iberia and staying in Iberia, and it turns out that you need to often not do this in order to get good results against Oktoberfest. Like you need to be able to do it, right? And you need to always the threat needs to be there. Like maybe today I'm starting this, but you can't always start. Like out of my league games, nearly all of them were played. Nearly all. 6 out of my 8 league games, the first encounter was in Iberia. And this means that my hired scouts could find Dracula.
Right.
And if your hired scouts find Dracula, the start of the game is not too bad, especially you got my item distribution is great. My finding Dracula is great because hired scouts are basically newspaper reports that hit on 3, right? Because Dracula's in Iberia. Item distribution is great. Ticket economy is great. Finding Dracula goes great. The only downside is that everyone needs to take an extra move to be relevant. Like there's no close hunter, but we don't expect there to be a super close hunter, right? Like when we play say Scott Sword setup and Dracula starts in the east, there's no super close hunter. We have to take a move towards it, and here we just have to take one extra move to be the appropriate distance away. And then even better, we've got good choke points.
Right.
Because the backup hunter gets to the choke points in time usually.
I feel with And also, the only downside would be then if you're trying to get into Iberia, if Dracula gets the right encounters, he can create really nasty traps and
Right.
have with bats and
Yeah.
stuff. But then I feel like a lot of the time we had it with this game as well. I know you started in the east, but still, it's not the first 7 points that are important. It's the next six, and the big issue with Iberia is if you can swarm those choke points quickly, Dracula's then either going to just overstay and get caught 3-on-1, or he's going to go to C and then you have the advantage because he's taking damage and you can supply up and be in good positions. It's just then about what happens. It's not about the first week. It's about what happens thereafter is the key. Yeah, I feel Iberia is a bit of a trap unless you can do something really nasty, like we've seen a couple of occasions, um, where you can lay really nasty layers and stuff. And if you can combo a hunter the right way, push them into something, they die, and then they go back into Madrid, and then you push them away somewhere else, and then you can rack up the points fast. But that's not going to happen very often. So
Yeah. And there are some combos of hand, like some opening hands that Dracula can have, can be extremely unpleasant to play against with the Oktoberfest start. They're probably really unpleasant to play against with a different start as well.
mm,
Like it's just like a good Dracula hand to have Hoax, Bats, Vampire, right?
yeah,
Like that's a stellar opening hand. But like Hoaxing Cadiz, Vampire and Granada, Bats and Saragossa, this is really hard to play against with the Oktoberfest start.
mm-hmm,
Um, so it's not just that, it's Dracula then goes back to Madrid. So chartered carriage from Le Havre, Van Helsing can't use
mm-hmm,
to get to Cadiz of Granada because Madrid is occupied by Dracula. Um, and Saragossa is occupied by the bats, so Seward is out of commission if he moves via efficient horses. Madrid is occupied by Dracula, so it is an almighty pain.
right. But you
But you
can
need
you
like a
can just wait that out and just create a bit of a siege situation. If
right,
you
but if
want to.
Dracula gets a hoax and a rumored vampire mature, you can have whatever siege you like. I'll just go to sea.
Mm,
If I get a hoax and a rumored vampire mature, um,
right. And it all depends
but
if hunters have follow up. If hunters are sitting there with hypnosis and money trail all ready to go, and maybe even a CG that they know they can box Dracula in awkwardly if he lands, then I would sit there and go, okay, you can take your hoax and 7 points or whatever. I'll just wait for you down the line. But if you don't have those things, if you've had a weak supply week one and you got sort of okay items, oh not okay items, okay events, but nothing top tier, then it could become a bit of a headache. But I guess you just play the odds that it won't be the case.
yeah, yeah, and like the thing is that the Dracula gets his opening hand like 8% of the time,
Hmm.
and hunters can say, yeah, that's fine. We can have a poor position 8% of the time, and that's okay. Like we're not losing that game. Like it's not like 0% win rate after Dracula's matured a hoax and moved outright. It's not great. It seems below 50% to me. Um, but we should still win it some of the time, right? Maybe Dracula's hoax didn't get anything good, right?
Hmm.
Um, maybe we got good stuff before the hoax.
Yeah, we don't actually have any. We don't have any stats on that sort of stuff. Yeah, the amount of data we know to collect is a bit limited because it's based upon manual stuff. But I'd love to know loads of stats like that in terms of based upon all the host matures. But then again, the host matures don't have it very often, unfortunately. But how many cards on average are in the deck to pick from? Blah blah blah. But I say yeah. As you said, like it might be a case of it would be interesting to see if other hunter players catch on to the start that you've used, but then also then Dracula players have to adapt to it too. So it'll be interesting to see if Oktoberfest becomes widespread or not. There's definitely been more variety, but like superheroes start calling a bit, it hasn't become as widespread. But no, I
Yeah,
like it when people come in new into the community and they try different things. I like that.
Where did my game go wrong today? So I mean, I matured the vampire and Glatz,
Hmm.
and this is a questionable decision, right? Because it's like, I'm losing 3 whole encounters. You no longer have to worry about them at all. They could be hoax, right? Maybe you've got to go and search them.
Hmm.
But I give you six actions left, but I get my limit vampire. But I felt that was the right decision because one, you already spent the newspaper to learn that I was released. You were coming anyway. Like revealing Glatz wasn't too big a deal. And I was clearing Saboteur, Bob. I don't know. It wasn't good, right? There was no good mature effect. So if you just decide not to deal with it, then I really wish I got my 7 points, right?
Yeah. Um. I guess we need Wizakagic. Wizakagic's bound to leave a comment. I don't know. I mean, you definitely gave me the runaround. There's some really awkward situations like yeah, a couple of the escape is bat in particular from Sarajevo, especially if Munich had been misdirected, that would have been deadly because wolf form was. It was in a case I always felt like one turn behind. I had like sense of emergency which I wanted to give to Kadalming, but I could never get it to him because I had to keep moving Van Helsing to deal with the trail, which was unfortunate. I wish I'd spotted Munich sooner, instead of committing Van Helsing all the way to Florence. So he had to go and deal with Venice anyway. So he was just running around with 2 stakes and dogs. I was like, well, if he's dealing with the trail, that's fine, as long as you don't get bodyguards. And because I was hoping that maybe Van Helsing could jump on top of him. I was like, well, this is escapist bat risk, but you don't know what I've got. So as long as you don't hit me with wolves or something, I'll be fine. But I've got dogs, but yeah, I just hope there's no bodyguards or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of dangerous situations there where I had to be quite conservative and go, no, I'm going to box you in rather than jumping on top of you, because if you escape as bat, this would be awful. And because I'd spent my planned ambush and all that sort of stuff, so it's like, well, I need to get a really good fight here. And
Yes, you need to keep the pressure, right? You can't collapse the pressure and get like not anything really good out of it.
right. I mean, but you'd probably argue that the fight didn't turn out very well. Sorry, if it didn't turn out well, because I did do a lot of damage to you, but then you went to Castle Dracula and healed most of that back up anyway. So it's only because I was able just to park myself, and it was only Mina who lost out on items, really. So I was able sort of to stall a bit and just supply up a couple of turns, and that was just enough.
Maybe
With
maybe I
2v1, oof, that would have been hard. With 12 HP, that would have been really tough to do, I think.
maybe I escaped back to the wrong place.
Hmm.
Maybe didn't get enough out of a Sarajevo fight. Maybe.
Maybe try to break other people's stuff. If you block the
Yeah,
bullets and then still manage to escape as bats somehow as well, there's like, well, then that would have been.
Yeah, still only had the one firearm.
No, yeah, he had. Well, yeah, he only had one firearm. Yeah, so if that pistol
Yeah.
got broken, his bullets would have been useless because he had the knife, which again was me playing on a real, pardon the pun, but knife edge in terms of items. I would much prefer to have 2 firearms on him, but
Yeah, so in that round, if I played strength from Sue into Mina, then I'd have kept 3 extra HP. Uh, but the escaper's back would have been not certain.
hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
You might have been able to break Mina's weapon later, perhaps. I guess at the time you weren't to know what else you're going to draw in later rounds.
Yeah, I drew 1 strength, so
Mm-hmm. Right, but you didn't know that when you played it. Was it round 1 or 2, whatever round it was I played the Holy Bullets? You didn't know that.
2, I think.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and not taking the fight with Lord Damnus. Yeah. He didn't have any combat events, right? It was just like Lord Damning with a rifle and a heavenly host.
Yeah, he got Heroic Leap, but that was much later. I think it was when he was sitting in Galatz, he suddenly... Because I made the mistake, I moved into the castle, I should have played Heroic Leap then, and then done 3-on-1 later. I was like, oh, let's just go for the fight. But no, he had great strength on him, but in terms of like planned ambushes and And Lucy's Revenge and stuff, nah, they weren't to be seen. So no, you could have had a one-on-one with him. I probably would have had to
Uh,
play. I would have played purely defensive and not let you escape
yeah,
us back from that position, but you might not have let me do that. So
I mean, you can take a claw to the face in order to escape, but then you're only on 7 HP, right? And you can just well, pretty much you can force prevent escapes back in week 2,
hmm.
pretty much. By escaping round 1, escaping round 3, punching round 2. It's only mesmerize, blank, mesmerize, and then
maybe
escape is bad.
maybe I don't know. It's tough having to play fogs on inland locations. Maybe you had to be a little bit riskier and just hope that I don't jump in on your Munich. You save
You
them
see,
for down the line.
I, I don't think that's. I think the odds, like you triggered RB on that turn. I really think you could get me in Munich.
Right. That's assuming I would have realised that Munich was an option.
But I mean, by the time you realise that my penultimate location was Milan, then you should realise that Munich is an
Right.
option.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as soon as Sword
I,
walked in and you weren't hiding in Milan, I was like, wait a second. Oh, Munich. Sure. Um,
Actually, that's the wolf form from Venice. That's an objective mistake.
hmm.
Could have walked to Genoa, and then
Right.
you still didn't know whether it's Naples or whether it's
Hmm.
Venice or Bari.
Right. I mean, we were saying at the time, you could have fate wolf. Well, not fate wolf form from Bari, but you could have wolf form from Bari, but then
But
that,
that's pretty dire,
yeah, the
right? Like,
gambit would have failed. It wouldn't have given you much time. I don't think.
what? Yeah. Once you eventually realise that I did land in Bari, which you will eventually realise, then I'm in Italy with no wolf form,
Hmm.
so I need to go to sea again and land regular with no wolf form.
Right.
I guess it's
There's a huge CG
yeah,
risk and goodness what else, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like wolf form from Venice. I like wolf form to Venice. Now that's fun. I like that. Quite an overlooked space, especially when you go from Nuremberg, and everyone starts darting to like Zagreb and these places. I'm just like, no, Venice is right there. Often it doesn't. It buys me a little bit of time. But yeah, um, I didn't want to jump in on you on Marseille because I knew only Gadami could get there. Because again, my events were slightly better, I think I could have got 2-on-1. But I was like, I don't want to jump Gadami all the way in here, and then you escape us back from
yeah,
Marseille. That would just
yeah.
be game ending,
Yeah,
I think.
I put mob there. Like I was okay with taking like a 2v1 in Marseille.
Hmm.
Like, maybe I have a chance to escape his bat and then win the game, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Especially you get Wolf on
yeah,
back too. As long as you don't take too much damage, you can create a lot of uncertainty. I did have hypnosis, but again, I don't even know if it was on the right hunter at that point. My event management was not very good. But escaping back from Marseille plus Wolfform on top, that's almost the whole board that you could be in.
yeah.
So yeah, that would give me a lot of options. So I had to play quite defensively. Um, so there you go. One last question before we wrap up.
Yeah,
At some point, obviously, when these two videos I'm making come out and we can maybe discuss things, but obviously you've seen like the hypothetical changes channel that we've got in the Discord. Everyone doesn't know. We've got a little Discord community. I can leave links down below. But we just talk about if there were to be a 5th edition, what would you want to change and so on. What's your big thing? Is there something about the game in particular that you don't fancy too much and you'd like to see it change one way or the other? You can get your thoughts down here rather than
uh,
having to do it in the comments
if
or
I
whatever.
if I were to pick one simple change, I would pick. I think Dracula gets a mulligan on his opening hands.
Of encounters.
Only in encounter hands, yes.
Hmm.
Um, and
To what extent? Like a
Yeah.
full mulligan, or almost like Desecrated Soil, where you can keep some stuff and discard and you draw up again, or how?
Like a full, you can ditch your entire hand and get a new one.
Okay, but the stuff that you've ditched gets reshuffled back in, or it
Yeah,
gets
yeah, yeah. Reshuffle,
discarded. Okay.
reshuffle back in. You just get to yeah, you just double your chance. Like if you want to like draw for it, you could just effectively double your chance of having hoax, or double your chance of having a particular combo like hoax, vampire, bats,
Okay.
like by having two draws instead.
And you're doing that just purely, especially from, are you thinking about it more from the host perspective? You want to just get more Dracula events going, or
I want uh I want hunters to have to like to be. I want the threat of Dracula's opening trail to be like doubled.
okay,
I think it's silly that I can say as hunters, I can ignore your first three encounters if I have to, and there's a 35% chance that you don't have hoax.
hmm,
And that the worst that's happening is you get like a bodyguards and a rumored vampire. And I don't need to deal with your first three encounters. I think that's silly.
okay. But maybe that's just more like I was gonna say a symptom, but more like a result because of just the fact of the way the hunters play, right? When the game was conceived, I don't know if they would have realized that hunters could play
Like
in
just
some.
stand still and supply the entire game. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So how much of the game design was built with that in mind is the question. Um,
Probably not a lot, but I don't think that impacts my suggested change.
mhm, mhm.
I think
No, no, no.
is it
Like
power buff?
I'm not using it as a counter to your idea. It's just it was an observation, really. Hmm.
Arguments for it is a power buff for Dracula. It's which is good because I believe Dracula deserves a power buff. It's also friendly to less experienced Draculas. Like the truly top tier Draculas can make something decent out of like 90% of opening hands,
Hmm.
right? They'll be like, oh, I'm going to walk in a circle starting with Klausenberg, right? That's a great plan. Not like how I did it in a better way. Um,
Mhm.
uh, whereas the lower tier Draculas are like, well, if you give me hoax and bats, then I got a great plan. Right, I'm going to go somewhere obscure and put hoax and bats and hope it matures. Right, and if
Right.
it does, then it's a good position. If it doesn't, it's not.
Right.
Um, yeah, so it's friendly to the less experienced Draculas.
Mm. A lot, as I said, like a lot can happen from first week to the end of the game, right? So
Yeah,
giving Dracula a buff like that impacts the beginning of the game, I don't think is gonna, it would create some more interesting scenarios.
no, it's not gonna dramatically change the power balance.
No, but it just, yeah, as you said, it creates more threat. Um, and the hunters can then, there'll be times where I play, even I'll speak for myself. There are times as a hunter I'll actively go, I have to ignore this trail, not because I want to, but because I have XYZ problems on my side, like my items are not set up correctly, or I haven't got the right movement to get to that location, so I'm not going to bother trying to get there if then I can't deal with it, or I won't go halfway or whatever. So
Yeah,
so that, but ordinarily, at least for me, I would deal with every single encounter. So I don't think it would change the way that I play. But at least then if you can't get somewhere, then bad stuff's going to happen. And maybe what you might see then is maybe if there is a lot more hoaxes and stuff early on, a lot of those rumor tokens would be saved for later, rather than just a lot of people just going, I've got no hoax, right, let's just throw down a vamp and we'll put a rumor token on it. It'd be interesting how the dynamic changed if you had that.
so okay, but if you're going into hunters with the idea that I'm going to clear every encounter, which is a very reasonable idea. Like it's my attitude when I go into most of my games as hunters, right? Like Pizza Wizard didn't mature a single encounter against me, apart from if he'd have survived London in the second game, he'd have matured Liverpool.
Mm.
He also matured rats in Manchester, I suppose, but I'd seen it was rats. Yes, it's a reasonable attitude, but if your opponent knows you're coming in with this attitude, then they can put bats in Athens and then 2 fighter bats in Verona
Yeah, of
off their
course.
opening hand.
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
And then if you send Mina there without an escape route and she dies,
Mhm. Mhm.
hunters have a very bad position.
Right. Of course.
Um,
Yeah. You can take advantage of the psychology of your opponent. Yeah.
and then in Dracula, like normally, Dracula doesn't know he can do this. Like he doesn't know that he's got, you know, it's quite rare to get fighter bats in his opening hand. But with a mulligan, he's twice as likely.
Hmm. Interesting. I hadn't thought about doing it that way. People, leave your comments down below if you like that idea. I think the fact that things get shuffled back in, knowing my luck, I just draw the same stuff again. But oh, if you could, I don't know. Maybe you could do it the way maybe the way that you could do the mulligan is you have to discard. You don't shuffle the stuff back in, but you keep your entire hand at the beginning, or you discard it completely. You can't pick and choose and go. I know there's not what you suggested, but
That is what I said. Like you either ditch your entire hand, or you keep your entire hand.
yeah, no, but you're saying that it would get shuffled back in.
Yeah, but okay. You want to go to the discard pile, not back into the encounter deck.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of like increasing the fog density in your deck.
Oh.
If Dracula sees that there's no fog in his opening hand, he's just like, yeah, let's ditch this, so that I get 5 extra cards through my encounter deck, so that I get an extra fog in the game.
Well, you could do it that for the one-time use, the discarded cards get added back into the deck after you redraw.
Fine. This is just like slightly stronger, like we have slightly more control over. Like we're more than doubling our probability of finding a hoax, if we want to find a hoax, which is pretty similar.
Ooh, I like that. That's an interesting change. I hadn't heard that one before. Leave comments down below what you think of that. Does that sound too strong or not? I don't know. I kind of like that. It'd be definitely interesting, and seeing what combos people could come up with. Knowing my luck, I would just draw double saboteur, double wolves on the second draw, and I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
I rolled the dice for this rubbish.
First draw, you have like aristocratic saboteur, and you're like, well, I could run with this, maybe, and then you go, now I'll redraw, and then it's like wolves, rats.
It's like I don't even have a map anymore. Oh my god.
Second saboteur.
Right. Rumored rats. That's where it goes in. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, we'll see what people make of that. Feel free to put that in the Discord too. It'd be interesting to see what people think. Thank you very much for coming on and playing the game and for the chat. And hopefully at some point or other we can play some more games. And I don't know if there'll ever be a point where we meet in a tournament. But we'll have to wait and see.
Say the next tournaments.
Maybe. We'll have to see. At least on my side, hopefully things will align. That I can participate, but we'll see. And obviously, you said you're saying off camera that you're in the decompression period from your win.
Coming out. Like I've been losing gamers hunters since the tournament, which is wild. Like I mean. Yeah, I've won so many games consecutively as hunters, and like until the end of the tournament, and then I just like lost 2 in a row. I was doing stupid things. Lack of focus, I don't know.
Have you not seen my videos? Like in between tournaments, I'm terrible. You just limit testing. It's fine. You're just saving it all for the tournament.
Experimenting. Oh dear.
Exactly. That's my excuse anyway. I was just limit testing all that time.
Uh,
Well, thanks for the chat, and hopefully everybody
yeah, thank you.
has enjoyed this video and the game, and the fact that there's actually a Fury of Dracula video that's not a tournament video on the channel. Keep an eye out for more. Hopefully next week there'll be another one of some description. It might be this data analysis video, or it might be something else, but keep an eye out for it. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you at some point soon. Take it. Bye for now.